Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is your brother Imran Hussein. I am speaking to you from the Caribbean island of Tobago, which is next to Trinidad. I have with me here students from different parts of the world who are spending the week with me. And you can see on my left here coral from the seas around Tobago. Maybe one day we'll organize a bigger session and you all come from other parts of the world and join me here in Tobago so that we can study the subject of Islam and the world today. The world today is, of course, a strange and mysterious world. It's a world in which things are not what they appear to be. You know that. It's a world in which things are not what they appear to be. The Prophet ﷺ said about this age, he said there'll be great liars, so beware. They did 9/11. It was a big lie. They're trying now with chemical weapons in Syria. A big lie. Lies upon lies upon lies. And unless we have the capacity to think clearly, we will be deceived by their lies. And that's why we're meeting on September the 21st at the Senate House in London, in Britain, in our first international summit conference on essential expert knowledge, ISEEK, essential expert knowledge, on September the 21st. We have a number of scholars, learned and distinguished scholars, who will be coming together to direct attention to this subject about expert knowledge. I will also be addressing the conference, inshallah, from Trinidad by Skype. And we have been warned in the Quran about being very careful about how we think and how we acquire knowledge and how we accept information. إذا جاء أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إذا جاءكم فاسق بنبأ فتبينوا أن تصيبوا قوما بجهالة وتصبحوا على ما فعلتم نادمين. When information comes to you from a source which is not reliable, then, says the Quran, Allah warns us, be careful to sift that knowledge so that we are not deceived and blame people innocently and then thereafter regret what we did. How do we distinguish between truth and falsehood? How do we distinguish between error and guidance? How do we distinguish between light and darkness? Is it only the human mind at work? Is it only the rational faculty? And how do we use the rational faculty in pursuing knowledge and distinguishing between truth and falsehood? From the perspective of Islam, it's not only the mind, but also the heart. We have a different epistemology in Islam. And that epistemology is going to be explained in this conference, so that the mind and the heart can combine in trying to understand the world today and not be deceived. What is the methodology for the pursuit of knowledge? This is something of critical importance today. Why? Because so many are brainwashed. How many are those who are dependent upon television for knowledge and information and are glued to the television sets, and as a consequence have become like, the children and the Pied Piper of Hamlin, and he plays a tune, and whatever tune he plays, they dance to that tune. How many are there like that in the world today? The Quran speaks about them and declares them they're just like cattle. They're worse than cattle. They lack the capacity to think clearly, and that is what this conference is about. This is your brother Imran Hussein urging you to register. We have a surprise for you, and that is that the registration is £25, but you will pay only a small part of that in British money, and the rest you can pay in dinars and dirhams at the day of the conference. Wonderful, isn't it? To return to the money which is in the Quran, to return to the money which is in the Sunnah, to return to halal money, dinar and dirham. And we're making an effort to try to bring you back to that money. So in this conference, you'll have a chance. Wonderful, wouldn't it be, to hold a dirham in your hands and to pay a bill with the dirham? MashaAllah, this is progress. So I look forward, I won't be there, but I'll be addressing you by Skype, and I look forward to your participation in this conference. Once again, it's the 21st of September, and it's at the Senate House in London, and you can get information on the conference from the website kn-ow.com. Once again, kn-ow.com. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.